Ever feel like you walk alone but still lead the pack? Why is it that some of the most intriguing, intelligent, and self-reliant men out there have zero friends? Once upon a not-so-fairy tale life, there was a guy. He didn't fit in, didn't fake smiles, and didn't go to every party. He wasn't rude, he wasn't shy, he just was. He walked into a room, said little, observed everything, and somehow everyone noticed him. No crew, no backup, just him and his peace. That guy, a Sigma male. And while everyone else was busy blending in, he was busy building a world that didn't need the crowd. Sigma males don't lack friends because they're broken. They walk alone because their path is built for one. Today, Sigmas, we're diving deep into the real reason why Sigma males have zero friends. And let me tell you, it's not because they're antisocial, awkward, or arrogant. It's because they've made a choice rooted in power, purpose, and principles. So buckle up. You're about to see yourself in a whole new light. Point 1. They choose depth over surface. You ever walked into a room full of people and felt completely alone? Not because you're antisocial, but because the conversations are as shallow as a kiddie pool. Sigma males thrive on depth. They're not wired for surface-level small talk. Casual chatter like "nice weather today" doesn't excite them. It bores them. Instead, they crave meaningful dialogue that explores purpose, psychology, human behavior, personal growth, and even the mysteries of the universe. According to psychological studies, individuals with introspective and analytical traits, often found in introverted personalities like Sigmas, find deep conversations more stimulating and emotionally rewarding. This isn't about arrogance, it's about alignment. Most people stick to safe, familiar topics, but Sigmas, they seek understanding. So when you're a Sigma, it's natural to feel disconnected in environments where people operate on autopilot, chasing trends, gossip, or mindless entertainment. It's not that Sigmas don't want connection. In fact, they deeply value it. But they want connection. They want friendships built on truth, growth, and shared vision. And let's be honest, those kinds of friendships are rare. Like a unicorn at a gas station, they're almost mythical. But that's what makes them worth the wait. Point 2. Self-sufficiency is a lifestyle, not a phase. Most people form friendships because of emotional support, social belonging, or even financial gain. There's often a need being filled. But Sigma males operate on a different frequency. They don't build connections out of necessity. They build solitude out of intention. Sigma males are self-contained. They don't rely on others for validation or entertainment. And they're not seeking a rescue mission. Psychologists call this the ability to maintain your identity and emotional independence, even in the presence of others. Sigma males have mastered this. They're comfortable being alone with their thoughts, reflecting, planning, and simply being. This kind of independence isn't just rare, it's powerful. And let's be honest, it intimidates people. Why? Because when you no longer others, you stop attracting people who only show up when it's convenient. Sigma males don't chase crowds or settle for superficial friendships. They'd rather be alone with purpose than surrounded by empty noise. This mindset echoes the philosophy of the Stoics: self-mastery, peace, and control over one's inner world. The Sigma male understands solitude isn't loneliness, it's clarity, it's strength, and in that silence, he thrives. Point 3. They see through fakeness instantly. You know those people who suddenly change their tone, posture, or personality depending on who's in the room? Sigma males have a radar for that. It's not magic, it's pattern recognition mixed with high emotional intelligence. Research shows that individuals with high EQ can detect micro-expressions and subtle cues in behavior, and Sigma males tend to excel in these areas. They pick up on things like inconsistent eye contact, forced laughter, or rehearsed compliments. To a Sigma, authenticity isn't just appreciated, it's non-negotiable. That's why they distance themselves from people who fake enthusiasm, switch personas, or throw around compliments they don't mean. They can sense when someone's trying too hard to be liked or saying what others want to hear instead of what they actually believe. This intuitive filter helps Sigma males avoid shallow relationships built on gossip, flattery, or shared facades. They don't need a crowd, and they certainly don't need validation from people playing pretend. And here's the kicker. When they start filtering out the fake, They often realize how few people are actually real. But to a Sigma, that's a trade they'll take any day. Because one genuine connection is worth more than a dozen fake ones. Point 4. Time is their greatest currency. Sigma males treat their time the way Wall Street traders treat high-stakes investments, strategically and with intense precision. To them, every minute is a valuable asset, not to be wasted. That's why they tend to avoid long, aimless hangouts or energy-draining conversations. It's not about being antisocial, it's about being intentional. Their lives revolve around progress. Whether it's reading a new book, learning a skill, refining their goals, or working on their next move, Sigma males are constantly optimizing. According to studies in time management psychology, people who consciously structure their time are generally more successful and less stressed. Sigma males naturally fall into this category. And it's not that they dislike people. In fact, they can be deeply loyal and supportive, but only to those whose presence aligns with their values and purpose. Relationships that feel forced or shallow, those are respectfully left behind. To a Sigma, it's about preserving energy for meaningful connections and impactful pursuits. So, while others may label them as distant or detached, Sigma males are simply playing a different game, one where time, focus, and purpose are the ultimate currency. That's not cold, that's just calculated clarity. Point 5. They're not lonely, they're selective. Here's a plot twist you didn't see coming. Just because a Sigma male has 0 friends doesn't mean he's lonely. In fact, solitude is where he thrives. Unlike social butterflies who constantly need interaction, Sigma males recharge in silence. Psychology even backs this up. Introverted personality types, like the Sigma, gain energy from alone time and often produce their best work when undisturbed. He's not out here sending WID texts every 5 minutes. He's crafting visions, building businesses, hitting the gym, meditating, and learning new skills. While the world scrolls endlessly, he's strategizing his next move. His silence isn't emptiness, it's laser-sharp focus. And when he connects with someone, it's not small talk, it's depth. Studies show that introverts seek meaningful relationships over large social circles, and that fits the Sigma male perfectly. He doesn't need a crowd. He needs connection, authenticity, and shared values. So no, his solitude isn't sad. It's a sanctuary. It's the grind behind the scenes that turns dreams into reality. Until someone shows up who truly him, he's not waiting, he's evolving. Point 6. People mistake mystery for distance. Let's be real. Sigma males are an enigma. They're private, unpredictable, and they don't follow the script. That unsettles people. Why? Because society is built around patterns. Most people crave validation, social proof, and constant interaction. But Sigma males, they don't play that game. They operate on their own terms, often outside traditional social hierarchies. In today's hyper-connected world, where people broadcast their meals, moods, and milestones, Sigma males remain elusive. They're not on a quest for attention. They're on a mission for meaning. This low-profile behavior is often misinterpreted as arrogance or indifference, but in truth, it's a reflection of deep self-awareness and emotional independence. Psychologists suggest that introverted and self-reliant individuals tend to prioritize solitude to recharge and reflect. That's a classic Sigma trait. They don't need to explain themselves. They move with quiet confidence. So when someone says, "He must not like me," it's rarely personal. Sigma males simply value their space, their silence, and their soul. They understand that real power isn't in being seen. It's in knowing when to disappear and when to strike with purpose. Their mystery isn't a mask, it's a lifestyle, and that's exactly what makes them unforgettable. Point 7. They've been burned before, and they learned. Every Sigma male has a story, a past shaped by deep lessons, not just experiences. There was a time when he gave too much of himself too soon, trusted too easily, believed loyalty would be returned just because he gave it. But when that trust was broken, it didn't destroy him. It refined him. Instead of turning bitter or jaded, the Sigma chose transformation. Psychology refers to this as a phenomenon where individuals emerge stronger and wiser after adversity. He didn't just move on, he evolved. His once wide-open heart is now guarded not by fear, but by insight. He no longer mistakes attention for loyalty or smiles for sincerity. He learned the power of observation. Studies show that those who take time to assess social cues before speaking are often more emotionally intelligent and socially aware. So now, the Sigma watches before engaging. He listens deeply before revealing anything. His circle, smaller than ever. By choice. Because quality has replaced quantity. Access to his world must now be earned, not handed out. It's not arrogance, it's boundaries. And that's what makes a Sigma male so rare. He's not antisocial, he's selectively social. And every move he makes is intentional. So Sigmas, the next time someone asks why you have 0 friends, look them in the eye and say, because I don't collect people, I cultivate purpose. Let that sink in. Don't be ashamed of your solitude. Own it, embrace it, thrive in it. The world doesn't need more followers. It needs more leaders, more thinkers, more creators. It needs more of you. If this video spoke to you, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and become part of this growing community of lone wolves, silent leaders, and deep thinkers. Apply these Sigma male qualities to your life and watch everything change.